You earlier about the fact that he enjoyed having you on the team, and I think he kind of described it pretty well, that you got to be pretty happy that you go back to your hometown and you lead this program to the tournament. What's this like for you?
Oh, I mean, it's been great. I mean, I'm really happy that it worked out for the both of us, because I mean, obviously things just didn't unfold the way that I had hoped in New Mexico. But it was one of those things where you can't cry over spilled milk, and so. I knew just like with the way that they would be able to recruit, and I got to meet, for instance, like I got to meet like JT on his visit, so I knew they were getting like a high character kid. I didn't realize he was going to be as amazing as he's been this year, but I mean obviously he stepped up huge for them, and obviously like all the returning guys, Donovan's made a huge jump this year. Jalen and Mashburn have been themselves, just being incredible, and then obviously they got a lot of great supporting guys out of the transfer portal. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy that it kind of worked out for both of us.
You probably really enjoyed watching some Mountain West success this year.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of, especially getting to be a part of it last year, I definitely, I kind of got to have that firsthand experience where, a lot of people, online or on Twitter and something, people that just kind of pay attention to their Power 5 favorites, they're just like, oh, the Mountain West just boosts the metrics or whatever to get their teams in. And, I mean, obviously you got to see with Colorado State, they put their hands on Virginia. And Boise State played Colorado close down to the wire. And that was with probably having their worst offensive performance in the last 2 years. And so, I've been rooting for the guys and, hoping the best for them. But, yeah, it's definitely not – I mean, all those teams are under Cetus. They're definitely wreaking havoc on whoever they draw in that first round.
Is this pretty wild for you? You're with the hometown team and you're playing in the tournament, and this program hasn't done this in 10 years.
Yeah, it's really been a dream that I never really thought could be a reality. I mean, I always envisioned playing in the NCAA tournament, and after missing it my first 4 years, this last time transferring around, I wanted to make sure that I was in a position where not only would I get to be on a team and play an impactful role, but that I'd be kind of working towards being in that kind of position, just with the way that the staff and the team and with who they had coming back and like transferring in, and it's just been incredible. Like this I'm really just happy for the community, just for every Nebraska fan out there, because I know for them they've been working and supporting this team for decades now, just trying to get that first tournament win and build on top of that. And so for us to be back in this position, I know a lot of people have just been really proud of us, but we're not here just to be here. We're here to win a game, and that's been our focus since the beginning. So just focus on that.
With this matchup, you guys got a rebound. It's pretty well documented how A&M really crashes the glass. You're going to be a big part of that. What does it take to neutralize them on the boards?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, it's not like they have, like an ED or, just some freaking nature down low that, it's like, oh, how are we ever going to stop this guy? They have a lot of guys just play their hearts out and, are physical as hell and do what they can to, find any advantage. And so I really kind of love that, I'm in a position where I get to be responsible for what's supposed to be a game-altering factor of this game. I know they have, I think, the best offensive rebounder in the country in their four-man, and I'm pretty sure he's only 6'8", 215. And so for me to get out-rebounded by him or to let him, dominate the glass is just me not being there for my guys and me not doing what needs to be done. And so, we're more than capable of winning this game and, eliminating that factor for them. And so it's going to come down to us just having the heart, being disciplined and determined to execute it.
Yeah, your team headband. Jamarcus put the headband on about a month ago, and all of a sudden his play kind of flips. Is there some sort of power of the headband?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's somewhat of I guess cat's out of the bag now. But, I think the headband just gives you a little extra juice. I kind of wear it in the headband, in the wristbands, just because I like kind of that old 80s style. And I know a lot of people don't really rock with them anymore, but Jay used to play with it a little bit in the preseason, and then obviously went away from it for whatever reason. But I'm happy he's kind of found his calling back on the right side.
Did he show up that game and you guys were like, well, what's going on here?
Well, with me, I love it every time someone puts a head. I wish all 17 of our guys wore headbands, but No, for me, when I saw him with it on, I'm like, okay, he's kind of, it almost kind of forces you out of your element, and just kind of, when you're in that slump, sometimes all you need is just something to, just get you out of it. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I got a headband on, and you're like, oh, this is different Jamar today. So I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy he's wrote it out.
Joe, my last question is about Casey. Obviously, he's getting a lot of attention right now because a lot of folks didn't know about his ability until recently. You guys have seen it all season long.
Yeah.
How special of a player is he, and how do you react to just, I guess, some of the national publicity he's getting ahead of the tournament?
Oh, I mean, it's more than warranted. He's a great guy, and, I'm happy that it is happening to him. Just because, he does things the right way. He plays his heart out every time he steps on the floor. And I can only imagine what it was like, for some of these coaches the first time watching film on him when they're preparing that scout. I think, I'm not going to put any pressure on him to say, he's going to go out and, has to put on a classic K-State performance. But, I'll be more than excited when I see that first one fall tomorrow.
That's great. Thank you.